Testing. Try to the Tigers through Isaiah Barry, number 15, takes the Tigers out to 8 points to 0 lead at Maryland's Rams. Try to Maryland through number 15, Lazarus. Back to Collar. Try converted through number 7, Marty Rosaga. Try to Greenacre through number 3, Seba. Try through number 4. Cabramatta. Following the Tigers through number 10, Ronnie Cameron. Try to number 18, Connie Rebelandu. Try converted by number 6, Brandon Tiger, Jeremiah Menenda. Try to Maryland Dreams for number 11, Samuel Malafu. Try converted for number 30, Jerome Rogers. Try is 26, Maryland Dreams 12. We're an entertaining game of football in the under-18 silver between the Tigers and Maryland. Can we please put your hand together for our match officials tonight, referee Matthew Jones, Taha Skander, Romeo Blumen, please no booing, get your referees picking if you want them, Peter Shaner and Aaron McGillo. The league plays out Maryland and Granite can move up to the official players area. Welcome up the captain, Maryland's Tim Perry. Please welcome the remainder of the Maryland team. Everyone please put their hands together for under 18 silvers runner-up Maryland Rams.
We are now 6 minutes away from your 18-1 Central West Conference Grand Final in the under-18s. The Cabramatta 2 Blues up against the Milpera Colts in a competition that has been tight all year. And in the final round, 7 teams still in the running for the final spots. 4 teams competed to get into the final 2 spots. So not long now. If you haven't tuned yourself in or let others know that it's about to kick off, we are not far away from action here. Cabramatta versus the Milpera Colts. Here we are. It is that time, the 18-1 Central West Conference Grand Final between the Cabramatta 2 Blues and the Milpera Colts, 2 teams in a very tightly contested competition that it has been all year. Very deserving to be here today. Cabramatta were third during the regular season. Won their way here to the side today, along with the Milpera Colts. Played earlier in the final series and rematch here again. Let's look at these lineups for you. For Cabramatta, in the one, Jesse Williams. The wingers are Noah Funa and Takia Vakauta. The centres, Semi Ropetti and Noah Tawatawa. Your halves are Corey Lee and Brandon Navarro. The front row and captain, Josh Liu and Ben Fitzjohn. And the hooker, Zadis Muangutu Tia. The back row, Josiah Funeuta, Samuel Vandermate, Isaac Shaker. And the bench, Jai Taylor Franco, Jojo Justin Pesci, Cooper Michael Scott, Mark Williams, Isaiah Tuitama, Lockyer Pickering Ratu, and Amungi Fayoso. And for the Milpera Colts, in the one, Peter Asif. In the 2 and the 5, Kevin Weeby and Tarek Ismail. The centres, Luciano Padovano and Tyra Siana Salanoa. The halves, Ali Hamoud, Abdullah Bar. 8, Jet Li. 9, Christian Lopez. 10, Daniel Christo Delu. The back row, Sasaya Kafusi, Saki Koro, Massimo Mari. And the bench is Michael Tupou, Sione Lolahir, Michael Sayoun, Archie Riley, Yusuf El Mazri, Nicholas Ferreira, and Milad El Azhar. And we've got an error off the kickoff. Not the start you want for the Milpera Colts. Unfortunately, an early opportunity presented for the Cabramatta 2 Blues. And their coach, Abdul Naban, will be very happy about that. Tim Rickson, the coach for Milpera, certainly not. And an instant opportunity here for Cabra to go on the attack. And great how it's worked out. Central West Conference, a team from each district going head-to-head here at Belmore Sports Ground. And off the scrum here, nice 2 pass to centre field, settling things down here. Funeuta now back centre field with Liu, the captain, driving for the posts. Slowish play the ball. Trying to get back to his feet. Long pass across now, goes to ground. Trying to cover things up and does is Brandon Navarro. And 3 plays gone now, back 25 out. Now to Shaker. Loses his feet back and plays on here. Referee's called held. Left-hand side. Navarro short again to Liu. Drives for the line, leaves one behind, spins from a second, but play 5 now. Couple of metres short for Cabra. And a penalty on play 5. And the pressure will continue for the Milpera Colts. Cabramatta. Time to reset. Jai Taylor Franco gets us back underway with the ball back into Ben Fitzjohn. And settle the post and split the field again. And now Long, Lee, Navarro, pass out the back to Jesse Williams. And first points of the grand final off an error. And a penalty goes to Jesse Williams. Absolute lightning, he was described to me this week by his coach. And showing it right there. Picks the gap, burns after linking up with his 2 halves. And the Fairfield Pats product crosses for the first points, and it's 4-0 to the Cabramatta 2 Blues. Early lead here over the Milpera Colts. And Jesse is a representative in the Dragons SG ball team. And linking up with the 2 halves in Lee and Navarro, both part of the Parramatta system. Harold Matson also Pats Fairfield, so obviously played a bit of football together. And talking to the coaches about this game during the week, Abdul said it's been awfully competitive, like I mentioned before. The 7 teams in the hunt, and especially the few that fought on the final day to make the finals. But for them, after a slow start, they got things going. And he said this comp has been absolutely outstanding. And for their group, it was mostly a new team. And they gelled as the year has come along. And they've had their ups and downs, but they've pushed on and they're here now. They're looking for simple football, high completions, and try to win with their defence. They've got natural attacking play, so he's hoping that comes mostly off the back of what they do on that defensive side. Lots of talent, as I said, scattered throughout this one. Mats, Ball, and even an Australian schoolboy from Josiah Funeuta. He's on approach here from the sideline. It's up, it's got the legs, and it gets to the posts. Conversion successful, and 6-0 early here. Lead for the Cabramatta 2 Blues. And the boot of the halfback, Brendan Navarro, who had his part in that try as well. And early points, always a good thing to settle the nerves in a grand final. And 5 minutes into the first half, we're back underway. Colts deep now, and Fitzjohn with a head of steam. No nonsense as he gets back to the 25. Now centre field, and a good carry here. 3 or 4 defenders in and looking for a quick play the ball. Tip on to Isaac Shaker. Following that carry from Samuel van der Meij. And Fitzjohn puts his hand up for a second. Shaker. Tip on. Liu drives up over the line there. Now for Navarro. Centre field tries to drop it inside the 10. A little bit short, and collision there with the fullback. He does very well there. A little worse for wear is Ali Hamoud as he falls to his haunches. We hope he's okay. A massive collision there with Corey Lee. Certainly come through with a head full of steam. Now down the short side, and a penalty to boot. On the back of the carry from Peter Asif. And a helping hand to get them out of yardage here. On the back of conceding those points, that will be well received. As the captain, Lola here, gives directions, and the touch finder puts them inside the attacking half for their first opportunity to respond here. Ali Hamoud still in the hands of the trainer. And Lola here takes the first one from the tap. Now back inside. Akasayoun and driven backwards. Ball across now. Show and go there by the 13 in Massimo Murray. Short side here. Abdullah Bar. Short one and spinning back centre field here with a head of steam heading for the posts. Falling down. Very, very close. Sasaya Kafusi, and another penalty follows. Kafusi, part of the Dogs, Mats and SG ball squads the last couple of years. Archie Riley, next man up at the post to settle things to start the set. Short side with a 9 who goes for the line, and Christian Lopez gets there, and the perfect response comes from the Milpera Colts. Lopez, previously in the Dogs development system, strikes there. Good vision from the dummy half. Couple of set plays. Looks out the back, eyes elsewhere, and burrows for the line, does Lopez. Sharp out of dummy half to start, and they're going to have to keep their eyes on him as the game moves on. And 6-4 with a kick to come. 8 minutes into the first half here in the Under-18s Grand Final in the Central West Conference. And exactly what their coach, Tim, would be looking for, a response, and talking about his season and the team. Saying very confident after the way things have gone. They like to keep things simple. The team's all heart and effort and based off their defence. Cover from one another, scramble from the inside, work hard. And off the back of that, if they keep things simple, they play their best football. And similarly, again, their natural ability takes over. Doesn't want to overcomplicate things too much. And in terms of players to look out for, similar deal again. Lots of guys here, part of rep systems and sports eyes. As that one is put between the posts by Sione Alola here. Said the captain of this team, and previously captain in Harold Matthews for the Dogs. Moved up to SG Ball this year, the back row. And Plenty of others on show here in those Eels and Dogs development systems, and a couple of other clubs on show as well. As Williams puts it into the night sky here at Belmore. And Sayoon with a skip and a hop, and then picked up and dumped on his back. Shaker and co there to meet him. And good contact there first up. Driving and fighting forward. Decent carry there by Daniel Christodoulou. And followed up. Another good one. And then losing his legs there, Massimo Mari. Short side, Lopez shows. Drives very deep and it's running. Williams hoping it'll go dead. It does so there. Lopez showing not afraid to kick from 9. And ref wants that one taken back by Siana Salanoa. Back to him again here. Part of the Dragons, Harold Matthews and Westfield Sports High. Centre field now. And high contact called and a penalty. Semi Rapetti, good carry on the back of the work from Noah Toatoa. And Rapetti trying to get things on the move, but the touch judge points to the spot. Now we're going again. And Vandermeid pushes forward. And in good ball again, here they go. And Fitzjohn follows that one up, and good contact there as he's put on his back. 2 pass here, halves linking again. Lee, Navarro to Williams. Shows, gets inside shoulder and puts the speed on, but pulls up short of the sideline. Now working off the edges here. Long pass. Navarro back in to Josiah Funeuta, the Australian schoolboy. Gets a quick play the ball to Navarro, to Fitzjohn on a short ball, and he gets jammed there. And an error and turnover. Lola Hare awake to that and shuts it down. Now coming out of their own half again. Harmoud looks to have recovered and gets his team a penalty. Quick tap and play on with their backs turned to the attack. And gets himself up over the 30. Very sharp by him so far, and followed up. Peter Asif. Now back centre field. Saki Koro with good footwork into the 50 now. And then short pass back inside. And a tidy line run there. Gets things going again and pushing to the middle. Dummy by Lopez. Followed by Milad Elazar. Now short side, Lola here with a chip and chase over the top. There's 4 there, but very well done here by the 5. And Takeo Vakauta, and puts the burners on. Gets to the 50. An outstanding response under pressure with a 4-man chase by Vakauta. Now Rapetti, more work and almost gets halfway through the line. Good ball attack. Franco. He's on the move. Wrestle to ground. This thing slowed down a bit. And Shaker handles again. Right on the 20, centre field now for Cabra. Short side they go. Navarro at the back. Williams. Bars there to shut it down on play 5 now. They go to Lee. Crossfield kick here in contest coming. And up for the ball and coming down with it. Semi Rapetti gets the inside line on his man. Goes to the air. Perfectly timed jump. And another 4-pointer for the Cabramatta 2 Blues to take us to 10-6. 14 gone in the first half. And Rapetti, perfect timing, good run. And Corey Lee, captain and half, puts it on a dime to make the contest. And well finished there by Semi Rapetti. Part of West Magpie system out Campbelltown Way in the Harold Matthews. And a grand final moment for him. And again, opportunity inside 20. Halves and fullback involved in everything. Outside backs, not long before that, Rapetti almost halfway through the line early in that set and then comes up with that fantastic jump. And now back with Navarro. Easier kick this time. 10 to the left of the uprights. Successful with his first attempt from the sideline. So we're much happier with the positioning here. A chance to extend the lead. And Navarro, as we said, Patrician Brothers Fairfield, rugby league powerhouse. Emerging again recently in the last couple of years in schoolboy football. And in the past, producing plenty of great rugby league players. And on approach here, the right footer hits it nicely and splits the upright. Conversion successful. 12-6 here, Cabramatta over the Milperra Colts. And again, nothing separating these two so far. Back and forth. Week 1, it was 26-16 to Cabramatta. It's going to be Lola Hare's boot to get us back underway. And deep centre field he goes to Williams, who dishes off here. Play the ball now. Comes back. Great carry for Neuta. And Fitzjohn on the back of Isaiah Tuitama from the kickoff. Good set after points so far. Almost to the 50. The Shaker tucks it this time. And the long locks fly as he beats a couple. Keeps the legs pumping and spins. Back into the attacking half. Now short side they go. Navarro across to Funauta through the line. Looks for an offload. Ball comes free, but it's cleaned up. And one short of play 5 and a perfect set after points. The error gives Milperra decent starting field position. And Kafusi on the clean-up. Takes the first carry. And now short side with Lola Hare hitting, spinning, gets to a third and trying to get the arm free. Does so. Back to Padovano. That all coming off the quick play the ball from Michael Tupou as they go short side with Barr, who keeps. Abdoulaye Barr. And he's brought to ground just inside the 20. Lopez goes, shows, rolls one through here, looking for his fullback over the head and a contest. But Corey Lee does fantastically well there. Peter Asif in the 1. Looking for a 4-pointer. And now trying to turn the screws inside 20 with their defence, the Colts. Into the post and a tough carry there from the try scorer, Ropetti. And leaves a man behind. And followed up here and massive contact and getting over the top there. Good leg drive. Ball comes free. Not the error they want. After Vandermeer makes that impact. The lost ball invites Milperra back in. Fresh set of 6. 30 out now. Pass across. Massimo Mari, centre field. Now out the back of shape. Asif keeps. Turns. Lola here assesses. Back infield. Back to the edge. Finds contact and wrestling again. Just short of the 10 now. About 15 in from touch. Lopez dishes off here to Archie Riley. A couple of metres from the line now. Lopez sharp, sees space, goes for the line. They roll him over this time. Awfully close. You could see his eyes light up there. He thought he had the inside of Shaker, but he was there to stop it. And 11.5 in the first left. 12-6 to the Cabramatta 2 Blues, but Milpera on the attack for play 5 now, and the pass goes wayward to the ground, and they don't get to the kick. And Cabramatta don't have to defend that one. Goal line defence stout. And a good stand for them there under pressure from the early error in their set after points. Dangerous all over the field. Both back rowers so far making a dent. Vandermeid, Funeuta, Williams showing that speed, and the halves certainly operating nicely. Good touch finder. 35 out now. Ball back in for Toa, who keeps himself and drives close to the halfway before he's shut down. And they say play on, and it keeps going over the sideline. And after it looked like it was called held, not the case. And just like that, set gone in one play, and Milpera again. Fantastic field position to go back on the attack. Strange one there, but nevertheless, got to play to the whistle. An opportunity presents itself here. Can Cabra hold again in their own half with their defence? Or can Milpera strike and get things back all square here as we tick just under the 10-minute mark in the under-18s Division 1 Grand Final for the Central West Conference. And Carey first up, and then short pass, Massimo Mari from Lopez, and a nice offload there, and Asif keeps, and the dummy, but they're awake to it. And all started with Elazar and his run. Asif trying to get a quick play of the ball. Lopez short side. Lola here thinks he's got space. Beats one. Boats for the line. Legs keep pumping. 3 there. And they just push him away. And now Lopez again keeps. Long pass there when he's tangled up the bar. Bar things break down for him. Cuts back on the inside. And then he's shut down with a shot from Sammy Ropetti. But quick play the ball. And Lopez on the boil. Goes across here, and a bit of footwork. Elazar, he's looking for an offload, and now play 5. They go to Bar at the back of shape to Harmoud, and he's chopped down at the bootlaces. And they push their chips all in on the last play, but Cabra there again defensively. Defend a second error. They certainly won't want to do too many more sets on their goal line. Milpera building in confidence with their attack. Back now to Toa. Straightforward carry as always. Loving the contact so far. And then leg drive here and a one-on-one attempt by Elazar. Able to hold on. Now back centre field. 2 pass to Shaker. Off the Funeu to carry. And now short side here. And Lee feeds to Repetti. And he keeps going. He gets into a third as he gets over the halfway with a fantastic run. And now Zaydis Mwangutu Tia short side here for Vandermeid. Fresh onto the field, looking to make an impact. And now at the back to Navarro. Short to Fitzjohn, and play 5 now. 30 out centre field for Cabra. Back to Lee. Contest again. Williams coming through. Multiple bodies there. Collision. But well cleaned up at the end by the Colts. Now going to have to work it off their own line. Asif doing very well. Now play the ball and told to go back. Affis dishes off. Kevin Weeby. Now midfield off the back of Saki Koro. And followed up there. And then Mari on the back of the Kafusi carry. And play 5 just short of halfway with Lopez. He threatens to dig into the line on the last, but ends up kicking to Keo Vakauta. Collects there in a good field position set start here for Cabra. With Noah Funa near the halfway now. And Mwangu Tutia. And a shot there. Lola here on Williams. And Williams spins away, and it's play on. Not fazed by the contact. And Lola here wondering what he has to do to stop him. And tangled up for a penalty. And looking to get things going here. A fresh set of 6, but Williams now is a little worse for wear. But no self-preservation here on grand final day. Human pinata as he launched himself into Lola here. Hopefully he's okay. Dragons SG ball this year. And you can see why with the carry so far. And very dangerous getting on the outsides, but not afraid of the tough stuff either. And 5.5 left here with a stoppage. 12-6 Cabra over the Colts at the moment. And they're going to be playing on here. Mwangu Tutia goes back to Josiah. Sorry, that one is Jojo Pese. And now to Lee. And a bit of footwork, but chopped down. And Mwangu Tutia. Short side now. Navarro ball coming back inside and very close, but not quite there. It's Totoa. And now short side. Mwangu Tutia to Funeuta. And he can't spin his way in either. And now long pass out the back. And Lee across here to Rapetti. Puts it on the boot. Looking for a chase from Williams. And the speed of Williams again on display. Doesn't need much of a window. And just short of the dead ball line. He gets that one down. And the kick from Rapetti. Absolutely perfect off the boot. And 16-6 with a kick to come with 4.5. And that is a fantastic play 5. Play there by the Cabramatta 2 Blues. Shift all the way from the right edge. Long pass Lee, puts it in the hands of Rapetti. Looks like he's going to run. Thinks he's got some space and threads the needle inch perfect. But Williams, absolute lightning boots as he grounds that one. And a kick to come here from Brandon Navarro to try and push this lead to 12. Not too far from half time. But the physicality so far, outstanding in this one. That collision between Williams and Lola here still being felt. Off the back of defending those few errors on their line for Cabramatta. Able to come downfield now and find another 4-pointer at a critical time nearing half. As the Lolly Legs chance starts for Navarro. Perfect with the boot so far, but tougher one again this time. And almost 10 in from touch. He slips and it pushes to the right. No good. But he's happy to play with the crowd there and lets them know. Keep it coming. 16-6 conversion unsuccessful as we tick under the 3-minute mark. No doubt for Cabra. Must complete set for the Colts. Will they get another shot in good ball before half time to try and respond? And back underway again. And Fitzjohn puts his hand up, looking for the contact. And Lola here flashes out of the line. Now tip back inside. Spinning their way forward. And told to go back now. It's Pasay. And Mwangu Tutia. Short side for Vandermeer who slips. back to his feet quick. And now Shaker. Links up in the middle there. And the tip on is driven backwards. Now short side into the boot early from the Passay carry. And a good boot there it is. All the way back for Harmoud on his goal line, and a blue wall's coming. And slippery surface after the rain today. They manhandle him near the posts. Under 2 minutes now, working off their own line. Cabra trying to apply some pressure. Saki Goro takes a tough one for the Colts. And now Michael Tupou in great leg speed as he almost goes through with a half break there. And up to the 25 and a penalty. And plays on straight away. Space here to the middle. And just over the 40. And a minute 15 left. Can they do something with this set, the Colts? Tupou, 2 fantastic carries. Now short side for Asif, but no one there for him. And they bring him down in harsh fashion. Vandermeid makes sure of it. And now back in field now. Some feet by Elazar. And put to ground. As Siana Salanoa operating out a dummy half now. And centre field for Riley. Straight forward. Quick play the ball. Siani Salanoa takes off. Couple of right foots. Digs in. Threatening. And play 5 now. 37 seconds left. Short side. Abdoulaye Bar. Across here. Kafusi. Double pump and the ball comes free. And Cabra again. Succeed defending inside their 20. And it's been the story so far. Under threat and a massive tackle and driving backwards. And all the way to the goal line. But the referee on the whistle called held for what will see us into half time. With a siren about to go. Cabramatta defending well on their goal line after being under threat on multiple occasions. Navarro kicks out to the 20, but taps here and goes short side, and they go for a bit of a trick play, but no one's awake for that one. And taken into touch by the Colts to take us to the break for the first half of the Central West Conference Under-18s Division 1 Grand Final. It is the Cabramatta 2 Blues leading 16-6 over the Milpera Colts. We'll have a short break and we will be back for the second half. Things about to get back underway for the second half of the Under-18s Division 1 Central West Conference Grand Final. Team from each district represented here tonight. Parramatta Eels Junior Rugby League and Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs Junior Rugby League. Cabramatta 2 Blues currently leading 16-6 over the Milperra Colts. What was a fantastic first half. Opportunities for both sides. Slight difference so far is the goal line defence of Cabramatta. Been able to hold on under pressure 3 or 4 times with Milperra attacking the goal line and then converting when they've had their opportunities at the other end of the field. Interesting to see how things will turn in the second half as the referees come back out onto the field, and we're close to getting back underway. Looking at these two clubs, Cabramatta, established in 1919, a 100-year club. They're big in the community. Previously played in Ron Massey, and they're still in Sydney Shield, and have also been a feeder to the Newtown Jets. Their motto is the gateway to greatness and providing the best facilities, coaching, opportunities and progress to the highest level. And they get first possession here in the second half of this grand final. Who will take the cake in the big one? As Ben Fitzjohn, early offload, now tip on back centre field and going straight through the line, looking to pick up an offload here and does so. Mwangutu Tia fends away, puts the burners on, heading for the goal line. An instant response in the second half. The Cabramatta 2 Blues, Champagne Rugby League, and it all starts with the offload. Fitzjohn pushing through the middle. Great support play from the Cabramatta players. And Zadis Mwangutu Tia does absolutely outstanding. Defend away, show some speed and get himself all the way to the goal line. And a huge blow early in this one to take us 22-6 over the Milperra Colts with a kick to come. What a fantastic team try. And the link-up work. Great carries through the middle to start that one off. Cabramatta coming out of the blocks like a greyhound there, bursting. And speaking of Cabra, that club info, as I said before, plenty of ex and current NRL players out of the club. Trey Mooney, Junior Borlo, Stefano Utukamanu, Tony Williams, Blake Green, Trent Hodgkinson, just to name a few. They've had over 80 plus NRL players, internationals and origin level players. And conversion successful. Brendan Navarro. And that takes us to 24-6. A 3-score lead now. Leaves a lot of work to do for the Milperra Colts in this one. They look to get things back underway here. Tarek Ismail drives deep. And Fitzjohn again. Straight back into his work. Good carry. And Vandermeid, head full of steam. Part of the Manly Harold Matt system, but he's come up with an error. And Milperra won't find themselves with a better opportunity to respond instantly. And need to in this circumstance. 30 out, almost centre field. They're going to get a scrum. Can they respond here off the back of that early try? They've got 5 to the left here. Abdoulaye Bar looking to handle first. Kafusi there, an option as well. They turn him back under. A bit of footwork as he skips into the line. Centre field now 25 out. Lopez, can he cook something up? Been dangerous so far. There's Milad Elazar with a bit of footwork. And almost to the 10. And Lopez goes short side, along across to Asif. And tip on here and driving for the goal line. Now taken backwards. Now long pass back centre field. Archie Riley leans forward. Good contact on him to stop 5 out now. And now Lopez long to Bar at the back of shape here. And skipping across but running out of space. And play 5 now off the sideline. With Harmoud being taken to ground. Lopez tries to roll one through, bounces back. Still play 5 called. Abdoulaye Bar, flick pass. Now back, long over the top by Elazar. Gets out wide to the right edge. Flick pass back inside. Driven over the touchline. The goal line defence for the Cabramatta 2 Blues will not quit. Another opportunity foiled against the Colts there. The scramble effort off the back of the offloads and shift there. And a stoppage for an injury. The 25-minute mark, 22-6. Cabramatta over the Milperra Colts. And a breather for the players after a bit of a mad scramble on the goal line. Back to his feet now. And things about to get back underway. Looks like Archie Riley. Another one from Fairfield Pats, and was in the Dogs Harold Matt's team last year, 2022 squad. And Cabra now after defending. Coming off their goal line now, doing the tough stuff. Now back inside with good footwork there. Cooper Michael Scott. Mwangu Tutia. Shape short and comes middle for Fitzjohn. Hit hard by Elazar. And good boot from dummy half. And looking to find the touch, and it does. And what a fantastic kick there. Mwangu Tutia making a huge impact on this game. And you can see why this young man, part of the Eels rep system, but more reports will be moving on to join the Dogs. Highly touted, and you can see why. Zadis Mwangu Tutia. And the 40-20 to go along with a try. Making an impact on this grand final, and jumps short side now with Funauta. Got his eyes up here as he goes to the goal line and plays short and burying for the goal line. They're in again. And Jojo Justin Pasay links up there with his 9. Simple short pass. Puts himself between defenders and grabs himself a 4-pointer. And a hell of a memory here on grand final day. 26-6 Cabramatta over the Milperra Colts. And again, off the back of a goal line stand and the resilience shown in their line. Mwangu Tutia, 40-20, absolutely beautiful kick. And off the quick play the ball from Josiah Funauta. He's able to shape things nice and short there. And Jojo Pasay, who's been great since coming onto the field, makes an impact. Grabs that 4-pointer. 22 remaining still here in the second half, and Navarro with one just to the right of the upright. A couple of tough assignments so far. He's been up to the task and had one slip. This one well within the wheelhouse of his ability from what we've seen so far with his right boot. Milperra have to start taking some risks. They've been able to get themselves into good ball. It's just about posting points, but no doubt they've got some tricks left in their bag. As Navarro drives that one through the uprights, and we go to 28-6. Conversion successful. Speaking of the Milpera Colts, they began in 1970. The clubhouse opened the 22nd of May in Bankstown by the Mayor, R.C. McCormick. The original colours were green and white. The third colour, black, was added some years later, and their aim is to develop, foster and encourage the great game of rugby league at all levels and have fun both on and off the field at the same time. And plenty of ex-NRL players for them. Steve Price, Trent Cutler, Holbrook, Tim Winatana, Jaden Ockenbaugh is a current one. Lachlan Burr also. As Fitzjohn again, no surprise, tough carry off the kickoff. Set after points for Cabra. And then followed up, long pass, Navarro drops it back under. Cooper Michael Scott. Part of Eels, Harold Matts, now short side and ball out in front. But picked up here by Noah Funa, cutting back infield and some footwork. And almost to the halfway. And Mwangu Tutia. Long pass, centre field, Navarro. Double show under. Ball back in. Cooper Michael Scott with another touch. A short side. Play 5, end over end with a bit of a bend. And it goes past Ali Hamoud. And the referee has called it touched. And a few players tonight on the slippery surface with the dew and the rain we've had today have been put on ice skates. And his legs leave him there, unfortunately. Hamoud. And another fantastic opportunity presents itself for Cabramatta. Centre field, 15 out with this attacking scrum. Certainly a situation where alarm bells would be ringing around Jesse Williams, the man in the one, from what we've seen so far. And they've stacked the left-hand side here. He's out the back of shape with Corey Lee, Semi Ropetti, and Mwangu Tutias at the back of the scrum. He's also looked to the short side. And the feed now, that's where he goes. Pulls it out with Abdoulaye Barr. Ball there. Picked off. Outstanding by Michael Tupou. Take a bow. It's a few times now in yardage. He's helped his side. Got him out with a nice penalty and a line break. And now saves what would have been a certain try for Noah Funa. If that one finds the mark there. And Milpera now. Time is of the essence with the scoreboard. 28-6. Driving forward, Malad Elazar, he's been fantastic so far. And off the back, Sasai Kafusi. Gets him to halfway as Lopez finds the captain, Alola Hare. And rumbles up with 3 on him, gets the ball free over the top to Lopez, springs out to the right-hand side. Pass across to Asif. And a bit of footwork now, but brought down. And now Lopez picks up again, shape, grubber middle field, but Funauta waiting for it. And cleans it up easily. As Lola Hare comes through. Slams him on the turf and things are getting feely. Between the two back rows coming head to head. And Riley there. Tries to shut that one down. And the carry of Toa. And then it's followed up by Semi Ropetti and another penalty. And now easy passage out of their own end of the field for the Cabramatta 2 Blues. With 18 minutes just hitting the clock now. Navarro to find touch, and it's a good one. Just over the halfway mark and straight back into attacking field position. Semi Ropetti takes it himself. Pokes his nose straight to the line. But he's lost that one and may be injured. Back to his feet, but looks to be holding an arm or a shoulder. And that opportunity goes by the wayside. But again, time in the scoreboard, the enemy of the Milpera Colts. As we have a stoppage here for Ropetti. long left side shape they've got here. Can they come up with something to break this game back open? Get back on the scoreboard. Abdullah, the half. Pat's Fairfield also, much like a lot of the boys from both sides, a lot of Westfield's players as well. Can he link up here with Kathusi or Asif or Harmoud and make something happen? And it goes to Bar, who keeps and loses his legs. Short side they look again. That's where Lopez goes with Kafusi. He carries strong and gets a quick play of the ball. Now back inside, Malad Elazar, good footwork and slides through up to the 40 and rolling a bit now. Lopez jumps out and gets across to Sione Lolahair, pushes himself into the line. And Corey Lee does well to hold on as he tries to offload. Now Lopez shows short and comes open. And tip on there and good contact. Funeuta and Yusuf El Mazari. And play 5 now. 15 out. What can they do? Bar, ball, Kafusi. He's hit there and he's upended in great contact. But play on from the offload. And Saki Koro almost slides his way into the goal line. But enough defence comes. Great contact there on Kafusi, but he's not phased. He springs to his feet. What was a great hit. A tough man straight back up there. The Dogs, Mats, an SG ball player. Also played for the Australian Barbarians Union team in the juniors. And again, need to force an error or get some possession here to trouble the scorers. Semi Rapeti again. Effective in yardage for Cabra. Now short side. And Lee to Samuel Vandermeer, who comes out the other side looking for support. He's got some. Finds it back on the inside. And Zaydis Mwangu Tutia is heading straight for the posts for another Cabra 4-pointer. And the link up again in support. And they all pile on for another fantastic team try there. And shutting down that one on play 5. And solid yardage work as it has been all night. Tatawa, Rapeti, Funa, Vakauta. And then bursting through Samuel Vandermeer. Manly Harold Matts product. Nice line, bursts through, and has the smarts and the patience to wait for support. The man on his left was covered, but then Zaydis Mwangu Tutia comes to the fore again, and right under the post for his second try to go along with the 40-20. And the score now 32-6. Cabramatta over the Milpera Colts. And what a night it has been for the Cabramatta side so far. There's Brendan Navarro having a chat to the ref before taking up his easiest assignment of the night. Almost directly in front. And you'd have to think this one's a fait accompli from his boot. And for Milpera, maybe the short kickoff comes out now, or one for the sideline to try and get a turnover. His time off is called. Navarro drives it straight down the middle. Conversion successful. And 34-6. 13 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the Central West Conference Under-18s Grand Final. On the way back here, the Colts. Ismail trying to get things moving. Set up here. Do they look for the short one or for the sideline? They look for the short one. They try to drop it in between, and it's an error. The pressure there that was coming through. And a ball comes out the back, and they've made one themselves. Does the ref call a double knock on? He does. Advantage not taken, so they're still going to have an opportunity here to pressure the scoreboard as we tick down to 12:40. Takio Vakauta had his legs swept from under him with the chase coming through. But back to his feet now. And scrum 30 metres out, that long left side again. Can Abdoulaye Bar cook something up here with Asif or Kafusi? And he goes out the back. And good shot there to shut it down straight away. Jamming in from the wing, Noah Funa. As Bar hit again with the ball, and Funauta looking for a one-on-one, but Asif comes in to help. And swarming right now. And short side they go. Asif, who's been busy. And now Lopez in to Malad El Azhar. And things get a bit messy there, and the referee doesn't like what he saw. Vandermeid and Pickering Ratu involved in that one. This thing's got very ugly, and now the touchies getting involved with what might possibly be a sin bin here for that dangerous tackle. And the captain, Corey Lee, called out, along with the back row of Vandermeid, who's had a huge impact on this game. But this may be a negative upcoming, and it is. 10 minutes in the bin for Vandermeid. We'll almost see out his game here in the grand final. With 11:43 left on the clock and a man short. The time is now for the Colts. Can they start a run here? Lopez to Archie Riley. Hand up for plenty of work tonight, the 17. Trying to get a play the ball into Lopez. Tip across the shape here. Lola here driving for the line. He almost gets there. Ball out the back over the top and held up there in a fantastic effort by the defence. Christo DeLu with a tip on. Lola here almost there. And Asif also with an offload but shut down. Now Christo DeLu. Dummy, leg drive, heading for the line, gets the arm free, comes out the back, picked up there, and a bit of footwork, and skipping across, and a couple of dummies, and a well-deserved grand final try for Malad El Azhar. And now, just under 11 to go, 34-10. Still a lot of work to do, but can they make something happen with the time they've got left? And the advantage of numbers is Tariq Ismail looking to get things moving quickly here with a kick on the tee. He's about 15 in from the right-hand side. Right footer, so not preferred. And surely very quick on approach here, not much time. And he moves in for the strike. And it looks good, and it is good. 34-12. Milpera Colts, conversion successful. And now the chase is on. Can they make something happen as we tick under the 10-minute mark with the advantage they've got with the numbers? 22 points. We've seen a margin similar in the 16 Central West Conference. 26 points in about 15 minutes, and a draw ensued. There's no draws here today on grand final day, but anything is possible. Could that be the spark that's needed? Along with the sin bin and number advantage, we will find out. Driven deep now. Jesse Williams, and it goes behind Michael Tupou, and his feet lose him. And an error quells all momentum that was just built. And Cabramatta are going to find themselves with a scrum on the 10-metre line. About 20 in from touch, and an opportunity again to try and take the air out of this one for the Colts. Tupou up until that point. Been fantastic here today. Take nothing away from the performance. As Williams now to feed. And it goes to Mwangu Tutia, to Lee, to Josiah Funuta, who hits and spins and gets a ball out the back now. And with Pickering Ratu brought down centre field. Quick play the ball and laid off for the 20 and going for the goal line is Amangi Fayoso. Mwangu Tia long and long again between Navarro to Lee to Ropeti and goes out to the wing and in the corner, Takio Vakuuta grabs himself a 4-pointer and just like that they drop the hammer again and take the score to 38-12 with 8 minutes remaining. And the class coming into play again. Mwangu Tutia with a beautiful long ball and the halves. Lee and Vakuuta work together. And all members of the spine from Patricia Brothers Fairfield showing that connection. And Ropeti, who's had a hell of a grand final himself, sums things up nicely, digging into the line and feeds Takio Vakuuta to get himself a grand final try. And now, from the touchline, toughest one he's had in a while, Navarro. First one, or successful from the sideline. Opposite side. This time the preferred for the right footer, left hand. Can he drive the dagger further here as we tick under the 7-minute mark? Here on approach, the high step, the slow skip, right foot, it's online, it doesn't look too bad, and it's good. Brandon Navarro has got the radar working tonight, and conversion successful. 40-12, Cabramatta lead the Milpera Colts as we tick down. 6:20 left on the clock. Short kickoff for a sideline shot coming here. Tarek Ismail with a rugby union style pop-up. Sasai Fusi gets it on the run, comes back centre field. And with momentum, he's inside the 20. Trying to make something happen here, the Colts. And now, out from dummy half and across to Elazar, who scored the try. Siana Salanoa surveys his options, looking for a play the ball. Saki Goro, tough carry and Burrows for the line, and he's just short. And penalty there. Ref not happy with the ruck. Siana Salanoa gets things back underway, and Archie Riley tucks it under the arm again, tries to spin his way in, but put on his back. And kicking to get free. Long pass now. Back on the inside and a bit high. And the ref onto that one straight away. Mark Williams with a bit of a loose arm. Short side they go. Christo DeLu to Lola here, and it's touched, but not enough to stop it. And into the corner they go. It looks like Peter Asif will try to get things moving again. 40-16 kick to come, under the 5-minute mark now. Time certainly going to beat them. Cabramatta have been very, very good. And the Colts will rue probably some of those first half opportunities inside the 20. Off the back of having chances inside 20, it generally went to points on the other side of the field. And conversion taken quickly by Ismail, unsuccessful. And 40-16 it remains as we tick down to the 4-minute mark. the Cabramatta fans. They will be getting ready to celebrate, as will the team. And kick off from Navarro. Gets us back underway. And a wobbly one. And Tupou, two touch but backwards. And play on. Misaki Koro. A good carry off the back fence and almost to the 30. And now Siana Salanoa out of dummy half, uses a few as a human shield. Grabs 15 and finds his front. Play the ball now. Riley to Elazar, who's worked himself to a standstill and almost goes clean through as they cross halfway. And now back in. The captain, Ololahere, beats one, a second, pops an offload to Elazar, who's got the legs moving, heads back centre field and bootlaced by Williams. Trying to get a quick play of the ball. Siana Salanoa sees it, finds space, goes for the line, but he's lost the ball. As Riley kicks it backwards, but to no avail. The juggle as he heads towards the goal line. And that opportunity gone. As Cabramatta look to slow things down a little bit here in the final minutes. And an interchange coming. Cramp for a couple of players, the trainer on the field. And a scrum here with time off at the 2:23 mark. Looks like it's going to be a double change for the Cabramatta side. And Samuel Vandermeer also probably about a minute away from rejoining the action for the final minute of the grand final that he's played a huge part in. The tackle wasn't great, but his other contributions outstanding. Particularly the line break and the setup for the try. There's the ball. Back centre field now to Tatoa. And now back to Mark Williams. Things getting a bit messy. No need for it. With only 2 minutes remaining. And a couple of the Fairfield Pats boys, and Barr and Lee, have a bit of fun with the situation. Good to see. Good sportsmanship. And the boys eventually break things up. Bit of frustration. Bit of emotion. Big year, big occasion. Always hard when things don't go your way. But the Colts have got a lot to be extremely proud of. A fantastic season. Making a grand final. Everybody knows at these ages as well. Friends for life, the back end of school. Big changes coming after year 12. Some probably already in the workforce, but some of the best memories these guys will have is these last moments playing age football before school ends. And as the referees and touch judges corroborate here, don't know if there's any more sin bins coming. With 2 minutes and 12 seconds left, surely it's a fait accompli that we get on with it. And he has the chat to Corey Lee here, the referee. And likely the other way here. And it's a sin bin. And it's the captain, Sione Ololahere. And the last few minutes of the grand final in the sin bin. And down to 12. Not the way he would have wanted his night to go. Had some great contributions, been damaging with the ball, very physical. Offloaded multiple times. Been part of the Dogs, Matt's teams and SG Ball this year. But not his night tonight, despite a fantastic effort and contribution. And Navarro finds touch nicely. Good boot. Back in field now. as we tick under 2 minutes. Carry again by Josiah Funuta, the Australian schoolboy, a hell of a talent. And Shaker to Amungi Faoso, and an offload back now to Mark Williams, and gets himself just over the halfway. Now Mwangu Tutia to Shaker, head full of steam at the ad line, and ball stripped there, and a penalty as they try to play on. And this will likely be the last set of the under-18s grand final here in the Central West Conference, as Isaac Shaker puts his hand up and goes straight into Riley, and good contact. And they get numbers in, but he gets the arm free, and Mwangu Tutia shows right, shows left, and then shut down centre field. 17, 18 metres out now. Slow play the ball. Mark Williams, straight from dummy half, and the ball comes free. And Christo DeLu picks up the scraps for the Colts. Back in field now. Massive contact and a one-on-one strip attempt to no avail. Luciano Padovano now out wide. Good contact again here. Looking for a quick play. The ball is Riley. And the ball goes behind Christo DeLu. Gathers himself, then pokes his nose through, and short side, Siana Salanoa sells a dummy, goes straight to the middle now, line break, can he find support? It's coming on the outside, but the ball goes behind. And that will conclude things right there. And the countdown is on. Central West Conference under-18 premieres for 2023. The Cabramatta 2 Blues, congratulations. 40-16. What was a fantastic performance. Speaking to the coaches, like I said, it's been a tough year. Well-contested competition with the two districts combining. And the journey to get here, these two played week one, 26-16. And then a big upset win over the Rouse Hill Rhinos week two to book their spot in the grand final in a week off. And Cabramatta certainly primed from that break and that win waiting here, and it all come together tonight. And Coach Abdul Nabin will be super happy with his team's performance. They had to beat first and second to get here. They were primed and ready to go, and he wasn't lying about that. They turned up with their best tonight. Some great performances. I think you pick of the lot, the impact he made off the bench. Zaydas Mwangu Tutia, the hooker, the two tries, the work around dummy half, the deception, and the 40-20. Jesse Williams showed class. The outside backs, the centres in particular, Rapetti and Toto with their work. Lee and Navarro steering the ship in their link-up work with Williams. And then their forward pack all put their hand up. Liu, Fitzjohn with the tough carries. Funurta's class, and Vandermeid also. And Shaker in the mix, and their bench. Great job. Congratulations to all. For the Milpera Colts, a fantastic year, and hold your head high. Tim Rickson and his team. No easy feat to make a grand final, and especially in this combined district competition, the Central West Conference, two powerhouse junior rugby league competitions coming head to head. Plenty of good performances. Asif very busy. Milad Elazar, try scorer, worked himself to an absolute standstill. The Dogs match player. Tupou, good moments. Lola here, take the bin out of it. He made his mark on the game, damaging with the football. Some quality offloads. Lopez early on looked sharp out of dummy half also. But all round fantastic by both teams. Congratulations on your seasons. And the crowd now to their feet and finding their voice for your premieres, the Cabramatta 2 Blues. Milpera gathering as a team to reflect on what has been a fantastic season. And Cabramatta approach their family, friends and fans as they come to the presentation area. And again, what a performance by the two Blues. Hugs all around for what will be a lifelong memory. Under 18s football, 16s, 18s for some is the last age football they'll play. Moving on to reps, moving on in life, work, university. Big changes. But what a memory for them to take. Lifelong friends. You never forget winning a premiership. And a couple of names here to keep your eyes out for, as we said, Mwangu Tutia, Eels player, but hearing that moving on to the Bulldogs. One to certainly keep your eyes on, the Australian schoolboy, Josiah Funuuta, all class in the back row. Vandermeer, Harold Matz, Manly product as well. Both the halves, Lee Navarro and Harold Matz for the Eels. Jesse Williams, your fullback. Rapetti out at Wests. Totoa at the Dragons. Lots of players here in junior rep systems looking to push forward with their futures in football. And as we've said it, as we've done the 16s all year, a lot of guys will go on to play flag, possibly cup, but I'm sure there will be a name or two that you will see in the future in the NRL. And teams now gathering with the presentations about to start to close out what has been a fantastic season in the under-18 Division 1 Central West Conference. Your winners, Cabramatta 2 Blues from the Parramatta Junior Rugby League District. And again, massive congratulations to them and to the Milpera Colts for making the grand final. And a great season by all. And the players line up now to receive their grand final medals. And the Milpera Colts coming to the stage now. The laughs and the hugs continue for Cabramatta on the sideline. They will follow the Colts afterwards. A fantastic crowd in here tonight at Belmore Sports Ground for both grand finals, the 18-2s and the 18-1s. Great atmosphere. Great work by both districts in the job they've done putting on these grand finals and hosting, and the competitions they've presented this year, Central West Conference. And the Milpera Colts players coming through now, and a nice moment for the captain, Lola, here with his teammates, with the family member to the stage with him. As your premiers gather on the sideline. A team photo for Cabramatta sums up the season down there on the sideline. And that image says it all. I'm sure it's going to be a great night for these players, their family, the coaches and the staff. As Cabramatta will be next to head to the podium. Collect premiership winning medals. Have their photo and solidify a lifelong memory of this night tonight. Family and friends approaching now.
We welcome up from Cabramatta co-captains Corey Lee and Josh Liu.
Corey Lee, Josh Liu, co-captains of this team, come forward to receive their winners' medals. And the rest of the team follows. What an occasion, what a night for the Cabramatta 2 Blues. Family and friends continue to gather around. A fantastic crowd in here tonight at the Belmore Sports Ground for both grand finals. And these images, the final ones to close out what has been an outstanding year in the Central West Conference Under-18s competition. A lot of these players here planning for life after school, for those that aren't already working, university, jobs. Others will be moving on. SG Ball again next year, possibly a few into Jersey Flag. Plenty of talent on both sides. Everybody now, player-wise, has got their medal. The staff now coming in and getting theirs. And the final moment, the image. Just announced there your man of the match for the grand final. The halfback, Brandon Navarro. The goal-kicking whiz, his boot. Big night tonight. And there it is. The roar from the crowd and from the team as they come together for a team photo. In a moment, I'm sure they'll all look back on one day with that image for what will see us through here for the coverage of the Central West Conference 18-1s Division 1 competition. Your winners, Cabramatta 2 Blues. What a fantastic moment for these players as they soak it all in. Love and respect from their families shown. And that'll wrap us up here tonight for what has been a great night at Belmore Sports Ground, your Central West Conference 18-1s premiers. The Cabramatta 2 Blues 40-16 over the Milperra Colts. I've been Lewis Shepherd. Thanks for having us.